All right, join me right now from his ride in Southern Florida. It's Phil Hawes,
Jeep,
UFC
dog.
middleweight. Huh?
The
What's that?
Jeep, dog.
It's the Jeep. All right, it's the
The
Jeep.
Jeep, bro.
All right, it's the Jeep. It's the Jeep. He's I forgot what that song was a long time ago.
You remind me of my
There you
Jeep.
go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. All right, man. Phil, it's good to see you, man. And I know this fight was supposed to be booked. No, this fight was booked in July, rebooked in October. But before we get into all of that stuff, I wanted to get your thoughts on Jon Jones, man. Jon Jones, he gets arrested again. We get the details. He headbutted a cop car. Do you think he'll?
Oh, that's what happened. That's the details. I didn't hear the details. I didn't look
Yeah,
at
that's one of the
what
details. He
what
headbutted a
what.
cop car, and he got into some domestic dispute with somebody, a woman, and it looks like it's most likely it's his fiance.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't understand. I saw like the cliff notes of like the car thing, and I thought maybe he was just like ripping on some car handle or something. But I don't know. The headbutt a cop car, like I feel like the cops probably just like, I'm gonna get you for this too. You know what I mean? Because the cop car, unless you put damage on it, you know what I mean? I feel like you would just let that slide because he probably just like, oh, this sucks. You know what I mean? And the cop was like, oh no, you damaged our vehicle. You know, like I don't know. I wasn't there though, but
Exactly, but it's just something that's reoccurring, and a lot of people are like, man, is he gonna ever get it together? Because he's probably one of the most talented guys we've ever seen enter that cage, and it's just he can't get it together. What do you think?
oh man, that's the thing. I think maybe that's part of why he's so talented and so aggressive in the cage and so dynamic because he has that mentality like I'm just go for it. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think that carries over outside of the octagon. You know that you think you just do whatever you want or something. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone opens a fight with like spinning back elbows and spinning back kicks. You know, only John can do that because he has that mentality, and I think that mentality carries over outside the octagon and gets him in trouble. You know, but I hope he gets it right. You know, he's a good friend of me. He helped me start out my career. You know, when I was having thoughts about going to 70 and 185. He gave me great advice, and he was like, "Dude, if you're gonna be good, you're gonna be good, no matter what the weight is." And then that's when I stuck with 85. So I'm here now. But man, he's a good mentor, a good friend. You know what I mean? I got in the sport because of him. So I hope everything pans out well. I'm sure it will. God's good. So yeah, he's got a good support system, his family and everything, his brother. So
Yeah, definitely, he does have a good support system, and a lot of people are gonna pile on. This it's happening right now as we speak. Because the news broke not too long ago, so I hope they take care of him, man. I think that's the most important thing is they take care of him and don't let him, you know,
so,
lose all the opportunities that,
yeah.
like you said, God has given him. So hopefully he gets it right. Now, another big name, man, Nick Diaz. He returned last weekend against your teammate Robbie Lawler. Robbie looked phenomenal. Nick, he looked pretty good in the first couple of rounds. It's just I think that 6 years, man, caught up to him. Do you think that's what happened?
Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? Like 6 years out of the game, not fighting, not scrapping. That's gotta take a toll on you. Who knows if he's been outside the octagon? I know he stays in good shape, just triathletes or whatever. Does you know what I mean? He does his thing, but not like fighting. So I think maybe he knocks off the ring rust after the last fight, comes back in. I know he can still bang with the best of them. You know what I mean? He's still tough. He still has that aura about him. So I know he'll get some other 70 pounders out. But Robbie's, he's a vet, dog. You've seen him in there slanging and banging. So he don't care.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people wrote Robbie off, man, heading into this fight? I thought that it was crazy that they were picking Nick Diaz to beat Robbie. I was like, what are you talking about?
I think because they see some of his last performances where guys were just like trying to grapple him, you know what I mean? But they were trying to grapple him because he didn't want his hands, And so I think people kind of forgot that Robbie was the champ and the crazy performances he had when he was going against Rory. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I still think to this day I see Rory and I see Robbie in the same gym training. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at these dudes like Goliaths, like, damn, dude, you guys are beasts. Remember when Robbie's lip was all split up, top of his lungs? You know what I mean? So It's beautiful having him at the gym. It's beautiful that Robbie got the win. I'm excited for him.
For sure, for
Next,
sure.
what happens from here?
Yeah, definitely. Now, turning attention to you, man. Your last two fights, you went the distance. We're used to seeing you finish fights, and a lot of the fights is very quick. What were some of the biggest takeaways from the last 30 minutes inside that cage?
The last 30 minutes. Oh, that. I mean, I always knew I could go 30 minutes. I mean, I always knew I could go 15 minutes. I think some critics might have said I couldn't, but it was good to prove them wrong, prove myself right, prove the people around me right. You know what I mean? Uh, but you're gonna need those. I need every fight. I think you can see an adjustment. Like I was with when I fought Nasruddin, there wasn't very many elbows in my game. Then I started working with my coach Greg chopping on elbows, and then my last fight against Dawkins, you saw elbows come out, and so this fight against Dawkins, now I'm going to take something from that. Like every fight, I'm just taking from my opponents and just leveling up. And like Izzy, because that's the fight. That's what the fight I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to knock him out in 15 seconds, maybe. I hope. But you know what I mean? I'm going to have to bring a lunch pail for that guy. And this is just getting me the experience I need.
Speaking of Dawkins, you were booked to fight Deron, and then he gets booked after he loses to you against Kevin Holland, who is ranked. Did that make sense to you, man? Because I figured that they would have gave you that fight, or is Kevin Holland not wanting to fight someone like you?
I don't know. I think the UFC likes their guys and they try to build them up a little bit because that's strange, Even that Nasruddin fought for Ian Heinisch. You know what I mean? Ian was up there. He was ranked, and I seen the matchup. I was like, why would they give Nasruddin him? Because Ian's like up there in the rank. Like he's not ranked now, but he's up there. He's good. You know what I mean? You beat him, you get some notoriety, and they give it to him. But I talk to my family, talk to my friends. Just gotta keep your head down and just keep working, keep working, keep working. When all the dust settles, the cream's gonna rise to the top, and I believe I'm the best in the world. So let them fight the ranked opponents, let them do their thing. I'm just gonna keep beating them, keep winning. So hey, if Kyle Dawkins wins, what's Holland rank? 14? All right, so I'm 13. You know what I mean? That's mine.
All right, all right, all right. That's some Phil Hawes math. That's good. I like it. All right. So let's get into this matchup, man. It's rebooked for October 9th. Has your thoughts or impressions changed, of Deron Winn since then, since the booking of the fight?
No, I always knew it was gonna be tough and gritty. If anything, I think this worked in not his favor because it just gave me more time to prepare and more time to prep. And like, if you know me, I'm not the same fighter I am from last week. I'm always trying to improve, always trying to get better, always looking for improvements and little holes in my game that I can fix. I incorporate a lot of swim in this camp with my coach Aquaman or whatever he uses Instagram, and that's been helping night and day. My cardio, and I can't wait to display it. So I'm ready. He's gonna take me down. I'm ready to pop up and keep it going.
Do you think that that's the aspect that you're going to be able to show more is your defensive wrestling because he's going to try to wrestle you in this fight? Or do you feel like my striking is going to be what you guys are going to talk about when this is all done?
I think it's going to be a combination of both, and I also think he probably thinks he has better striking than me, So we're going to see. It's a fight, and we're just going to let it all hang out. I'm really excited. I'm excited to go against a new challenge, you know what I mean? I know he's going to be tough. I know he's going to be ready. I know he's got a good corner, so I'm excited for the challenge,
So the swimming aspect of your training, did you just incorporate it the last I think it's been about 3 months since the booking.
Yeah. I just started incorporating it maybe the last month, so everything coming full tuition, everything's coming right at the perfect times, The last month I got it tomorrow morning I got to wake up at 6. We get there by like 6:30, 7. So man, I'm really excited. It's been helping me in my cardio, my wrestling, and everything. It's been so beneficial.
Is it easier to get up in the morning knowing that you have a swim session rather than like a grappling session?
Nah. Because you got to go in the pool and it's cold. And like I'm a swimmer, I feel like I'm going to drown. It's like, just put me on the mat, you know what I mean? Because that's my home. A freaking shark in the, I guess, what would you be? The opposite of a shark in out of water?
You're in shark infested waters. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'll take that. Yeah.
Well, you're wearing the shirt, Sanford MMA. I feel like it's like one of the only teams that you could consider a franchise. like a fight franchise? Do you feel like it's that
What do
way?
you mean?
Like
What's up?
it's like a professional team in a way. You know, you guys got your own like medical staff. You got the
Ah,
facilities. You guys got everything that you really need. You know what I mean? Compared to other gyms, you know, some guys are training in like a small
yeah,
basement.
yeah, true. I guess, but you, oh damn, that's tough. Put me in a tight spot. You can't get to high levels of success with training in a small basement. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's super beneficial when you got like an all-star team, all-star staff, you know what I mean? And you see these guys pushing in and out, and you got the medical care behind us. You know, if you get injured or something, you don't gotta wait until a fight to be like, oh, I got injured during the fight. You know what I mean? Like we got staff on hand. You got injured, you can get it taken care of that day or tomorrow or the next day or something. You know? So yeah, but I think ATT's got to get set up too. Uh, you know what I mean? So I think the big boys are doing it right, but it is what it is. I'm
Yeah,
blessed, definitely.
it is one of the teams out there, one of the big teams, one of the like you said, all-star teams. And because of COVID, it seems like everybody's going there. Like, well, who's not
Yeah.
there?
Who's not there? I hope Izzy's not here, so we're good.
Yeah, I heard
No,
that. Aren't they gonna move the team, City Kickboxing, to the States? Do you think Sanford would welcome the team?
I don't think they'll move it here. I think they love that Kiwi aspect or
Hmm.
whatever. That where are they from? Australia, not
New
Australia.
Zealand, New Zealand.
New Zealand. Love that New Zealand feel and everything like that. They're not welcome on that American soil, bro. Unless it's in the octagon. Don't come to my soul, dog. On site. On
All right.
site.
All right, all right. So, before you go in there and fight Israel, you got to go fight Deron. So, how do you see yourself, going into the cage, getting that victory?
Man, I've just been visualizing TKOs. I've been visualizing knockouts. You know what I mean? Getting back to my finishing ways. I believe he's a really game competitor and really tough. But I feel like I'm just better. You know what I mean? I know I commit to this. I never miss weight. I know I'm just playing. I know I just give this game everything I got. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can say the same about him. So I just feel like it's gonna be in my favor.
What do you think it lies for you in 2022? You know what I mean? If you go in there, take care of business, that's four in a row against four good names. You know what I mean? Like they're not in the rankings, but Cal Dawkins, Imanov, those guys are going to be there in the future alongside yourself. Where do you see in that year?
Man, this game goes fast. You know, if I get a crazy knockout, I could be, you know what I mean, like UFC rankings they can put me at 2. You know what I mean? Because you get a crazy knockout, or you know what I mean. There's short notice pullouts, last minute fights. So, you know, I'm just looking to put in the work and looking to fight for the title. 2020, 2021. I can be fighting for the title in 2022, no problem, easy. You know, I win this fight. We still got a couple more months up. I can fight again, so I'm not sweating it.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility because you've seen guys do it. You know what I mean? Within like a
Exactly.
year, just boom, boom, and
Exactly.
and they're in there.
What was
Like,
Scott Walker? How many fights he have? I don't know, something crazy.
yeah,
You know,
Cyril gone.
yeah,
Look at Cyril gone.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Or what's Ali Quinta? He got the title fight on like a day's notice or something
yeah,
crazy. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. It's right time, right place. You know what I mean? So you just gotta do your thing, man. That's all it is. Now, one thing that I was really interested to ask you is top five American wrestlers turned fighters. What is your opinion on that? What's your list?
Top 5. Phil Hawes, Phil Hawes, Phil Hawes, Phil Hawes. Yeah. So, top 5 American wrestlers that you got to say DC because he's a double champ. You know, you got to say Jon Jones because he's a beast. He's a goat. Who else do we got? We got Kevin Randleman, of course. You know, he's the Iowa State national champ. And did he win the UFC title or no? I can't remember.
Who?
Kevin Randleman. I can't remember.
Nah, he
But
didn't win.
he was still a beast.
Yeah.
Four, of course, and he was late in the game.
Mhm.
You know, he came in the game, what was it, like 40 or 30,
Yeah,
36 or something.
38 or something. Yeah.
Still became world champ. I think we're at 4. Give me one more. Who's one more? Top 5. Oh,
Kane.
Cejudo.
Kane.
Come on.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, we got to get Cejudo in there. Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. For sure.
yeah.
There's so many. There's so many. And if you look at the list of breakdowns of like martial arts and how many champions there are, wrestlers are just way
Yeah.
above. It's like such a gap between the other martial arts. It's
I think it's not even I just think the mental aspect you get of the hard work out of it. You know what I mean? Like we know there's gonna be this the fruit comes with the labor you put in. You know, so I think that's what it is. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it is the mentality, and you got different mentalities with like American wrestlers versus like the Russian wrestlers,
Yeah,
right? There's differences, right?
yeah, big difference. Big difference. You'll see. I think part of that's because they don't go top bottom like American wrestlers. Like when we take someone down in America, we gotta keep them down for the remainder of the period, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. But in wrestling, they just do takedowns. Like they'll take them down, then do parterre, which is like, you know what I mean, try to turn them. So I don't know. But Khabib's got really sick top control. So I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. And going back to Israel, is there really a riff? I've been seeing the headlines. I know the headlines been out there for a while that you did an interview before, but have you texted with him or have you done anything back and
No,
forth?
man. No. It was weird because we were cool. We were cool before, because he came down to when it was called Black Zillions
Hmm.
back in the day. And he showed me one of my best combinations, like a fake to the body, jab up to the top, jab up top, thing like that. And I was having a tough time finding fights. And he hit me up with his promoter. He was like, "Hey, link up with this guy, blah blah blah." And it was cool, I mean, he didn't have to do that for me, you know what I mean? Because we didn't really know each other, but he helped me, WhatsApp me and stuff like that. And then I started winning fights and he unfollowed me. Then I'm like, oh damn, bro, no friends in the industry, but it is what it is. We're
No,
over here now.
no friends in the industry. That's
No friends in the
yeah,
industry.
exactly. When you guys are both going for the same thing, it's friendships they take a back seat. But anyways,
Yeah.
man, October 9th, man, you're back in action. I'm happy to see you back in action because I knew you. To be honest with you, if the first fight was a cancel, you'd probably be fighting someone else right now on this date.
What? Oh yeah. I know. I missed out on the bag.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly. Another paycheck. So, but
I mean?
I saw that you signed a new deal. So congratulations on that, and hopefully.
You see the Jeep?
Yeah, I
The
see the
license
Jeep. I see the Jeep. Topless. I see it. I see it. So it looks nice.
plate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Anyways, man, Phil, thank you so much for the time and good luck on the fight. And hopefully, maybe we might even see you one more time this year. Who knows, man? I know you like to
Yeah.
be active.
I plan on it. Thank you, bro. Thanks for having me, man. It's always an honor. Pleasure.